The history, and Trey sounding extra enthusiastic in that voice.
Yeah, dude, I love it. Both of those. I love the Sunman clip as well. Very cool. Very, very cool.
We just need the Jason Lake. Roll CT, bring me the pistols, and that's what Astralis are hoping for right now. Kicking chairs, pulling out hairs, and, well, looking like the favorites here as Cloud9, their map choice, are looking to respond and take us the distance here on this Tuesday evening.
2 HEs on this CT pistol. I'm going to be intrigued to see if they can get started with a, well, a bang. Glaive. Cocked and nade connects. Axel tagged up to 17 combined with those bullets. Confirmation of presence. Device will let Glaive know that there is someone short side. And from the Palace position, Nafany combined with Shiro in that Palace position has made space for the plant. Axel gets away with that. 7 HP now. Caught through the boards by Device, but they've got a lot of control as that bomb's down for Cloud9.
Yeah, the best hope here is the smoke defuse situation for Altex, but they need to punch a way in.
See what they can do to facilitate his entrance. Shiro on that side, going to be looking for trouble. Nafany to confirm his cross. Timing everything, loses his head. Smoke onto the bomb. Need to position correctly for this one. Altex, he's holding it now. Nafany needs to get back on the taps. Altex, what a third attempt. He's back on it. Low, 27 and down. Shut down by Buster despite blameF's best attempts. He's got 3, but they won't get the round.
Oh, I was just trying to flow around that smoke right there to see, because it looked like it could have been a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have been able to see some flashing to identify where it was. So that's, you know, not ideal.
I think the smoke was, subpar.
Skew-if.
Skew-if, exactly. But you could see Altex, like, he got on and off 3 times. And I think it was because he was trying to, you see this, he's trying to turn away. He's lost it. He kept slipping out of his grasp by turning away, but these new cables. What year am I living in?
2015, something like that.
Yeah.
It was close.
It was, but it's by virtue of the smoke, not necessarily his mistake.
Oh, Glaive.
Actually, it was his smoke. So
Glaive was looking at him directly there, like, mate, what happened?
What
We bought
happened
you
there, dude?
more than enough time.
And Blame hit 2 shots just as that happened as well. Buster only had to hit the last bullet.
Well, Blame has been able to afford himself an M4.
Oh dear.
It's gone bad from worse to Altex.
It has, yeah. That's like the combo deal. When you lose both of those awkward exchanges in the first 2 rounds, he's going to have to be able to shake that off. Taylor Swift style. Now, Device in a very forward position in Palace, so we might get to see him activate late.
Might not be worth it at all here. Unless this happens. Great flash gate, great find as Blame will take down Shiro.
Still awkward though. They might get. Oh, they might not get into this B site scot-free. Nafany's been brought very low. Hobbit, ooh, he finishes him off. That will be the end of that.
But Device's flank can deal with Hobbit in combination with Buzz here.
That's true too. There's rifles galore if Buzz could just hit this one. Hobbit, oh, did he not spot him?
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, he's not acting like he did. He's ready for Device at least. Oh, looks to the side of the head. Buzz will finish the job, and that's 2 rifles in mid. Do you take them both and you cut your losses?
Oh, looks like they're going to get away with all of this here.
Wow. Okay. I mean, a best case scenario after the opening from Altex.
Yeah, and if Nafany presses the issue here, not only will it force a rebuy for himself, he'll give over another $300. So we're going to have the 2,400 loss bonus into the next. And if I'm just having a look here, trying to do some quick maths, it could be tidy if they do push forward and Buzz can grab another kill here. Yeah, okay, well, not going to happen. If they push forward, Buzz would have had enough to drop a silent stem 4. Maybe they could drop Famises if they wanted to go for a full buy. I'm curious to see how we see Astralis continue forward here. They don't have to, right? They can just lightly invest pistols onto Glaive and Altex, and then everybody will be able to buy into the next round with the 2,900. But some of their buying patterns in Ancient, well, I guess it was in the second half, and they had that big lead. So maybe it doesn't make it as much sense here. But they will just hold on to the 2 Galils and M4, armor behind them. Difficult round here for Cloud9 as the top mid nade from Blame is going to find a chunk of damage on a Hobbit here. Nafany hightailing it up the catwalk.
Yeah, he's going to clear the ladder room, but forcing the issue any further, he'd meet Glaive. I say that as they're distracted. Vacating short.
There's a couple of things we can maybe talk about as we have this default spread. Like Axel plays over towards the B apartments, and I don't know. Sometimes I just start watching demos of players for no reason, and I found myself watching like some Axel stuff, and there's content that people were making about him on the YouTubes. And when he goes B apps, he likes to underhand this nade to go to underpass.
Oh, I saw the lineup for that. It's really cool.
So if teams are trying to go there aggressively early, that's something you have to keep in mind. And we know that CTs like to go down there, and they don't necessarily have to engage immediately. But that's something to keep in mind if you are going to be trying to press the issue over towards the B apps against Cloud9.
They've asked a lot of Buzz in this one, in this current setup.
Well, he's got a gun.
Yeah, and he's got an entire team coming for him.
Well, if he gets one, I'll be impressed.
Okay, well, there's the bar. Buzz can impress Daddy B. Anthony, the nade does nothing. Ooh, did he stare? Axel does go down, so there's the frag, and Chad is impressed. Double thumbs up, but seems like it's going to be that 3-0 conversion. Glaive loses his life to Nafny, still lingering in the underpass.
There's no real gusto behind this from Astralis, right? They're in the side, the bomb goes down, nobody springs to action. Obviously, they don't want to give up their position. They knew that Nafny was lurking around middle, but this is just about damage and kills. There's no way that they're winning this round at all. It's not even in the cards, on the cards. Shout out to Doug.
Around the cards.
There's just no cards.
No.
They're playing, it's poker right now, and Cloud9 have a full house, and Astralis, they've just rocked up to the table. So maybe they can deal themselves in the next round of play.
Nice from Device, leaving with the AK-47. I say that with bated breath. Nafany just puts himself straight into the crosshair. Could be a MAC-10, or even better, a Galil. Lovely. Altex will take what Device didn't want, and it's a couple of kills from Astralis in that one, but still 3-0.
So we're slightly interested in the damage, sure, but Astralis will need to win one back here almost immediately if they want to have those ramifications felt. What's the opener going to look like for the Danes here? Device with the AWP, going to be starting window, has Blame not too far behind him and jumps out to underpass. So
it's becoming very vogue for Orpers to do this. And then you can tuck yourself into connector once the initial engagement hasn't been felt. Axel's got his B util. There's a nice little flashbang for all y'all. Blame timing on this nade is perfect, actually. Hobbit is about to leave his roost.
Hello.
And that's even better from Glaive. Oh, and they combine. Nafany steps into the line of fire. Device will shut him down. And it, spread from Axel. He's probably not going to want to return to his molly anytime soon.
Shiro's up short, though.
Hang on,
Glaive's not looking right now. Could have a timing.
A brilliant window of opportunity, and Shiro puts one into the back of the skull of Glaive. Altex claws it back. A two-man advantage for Astralis to post their first here, and it's still looking too good. Device again onto Axel.
Altex has help here. Blame's not too far away, so once he gets information, he can call Blame across and they can lock this down together. Buster, not even going to get a chance as Altex will finish him off. And there you go. Astralis will get a round on the board here. It has put the economy into disarray here for Cloud9. There's enough for a Shiro AWP that he has immediately bought into, but the rest of them, it's going to be a hodgepodge. So this is really going to be a round where Shiro's AWP means an awful lot. But right here, I think, are some of the scenes of what Maui doesn't like about the way Cloud9 approached the game, or at least the way he didn't used to like
What did you see in this round?
They just walked in dry.
Yeah.
It was just completely dry into two fights. No flashes, no util, just death. I think Device has a gap in the smoke here, yeah, so that's something to glance over. Playing with mid-control on Device straight down into a MAC-10, huh?
Yeah, that's massive from Axel. He's caught out the AWPer. It's Blame that steps up to the plate and Glaive through the smoke as well. They could reset now.
There's just no position for Cloud9 to punish. They weren't close to either side because you would have known it was Buzz likely A, Altex likely B, and you could have tried to trade efficiently onto either of them. But neither option available as the bomb. We can see on the radar still down towards the B stairs. But in the B apps, and Buster and Nafany now clearing out top mid as a pairing. And I like this. So Glaive has called the gamble stack towards the B site, but now that there's been no pressure, a minute on the clock, they can actually start to reaggress. They could boost up short. They could be more of a jarring force towards middle here together. Again.
And here it comes. Glaive Crab walks in, Buster primed and ready, and a missed shot from Nafany on that AWP. Not known to be an AWPer. Buzz, he has got help if they can both reaggress at the same time. Blame's timed that to perfection. Just as Buster reaches for his nades, he's going to have to reach for the bomb here, Hobbit. You can see it's way back, and yeah, just jumping into Altex on that scope. So everything's sorted, 2 AK-47s and an AWP.
Especially with Device going down first, I just love the reaction. They had some fights, they cleaned them up, and then the fact that they moved across the map and were still staying active. I think this was also referenced by Maui yesterday, seeing parts of Astralis' game where, you know, the way that Heroic like to approach the game, which I'm not sure they would like to hear that necessarily being said, but I think Heroic are the ones defining big way of how the game should be played at the moment. It wasn't with the same level of quickness, but they definitely got the job done. And it is going to be a full eco here from Cloud9. You got any more of those unicorn facts?
Yeah, I do actually. Let's see what number 3 is. Did you know that they are Scotland's national animal?
Is that... Well, it's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's
so a country has a mythical creature.
Yeah, I tell you a fun fact as well.
About unicorns or
well,
Scotland?
The Richardson family crest has a unicorn on it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some fancy silverware with unicorns on it.
A family of magic.
I suppose. Or lies.
Yeah, well,
you know, I guess it's how you frame it. But Scotland, yeah, respect. It was William I who did it in the 12th century.
Big Willie style, of course.
That's the boy. And that's a frag. Buster gets one.
The Glocks, they get them something. Device, I just love the pistol choices. You know, on the T side, he'll get the Tech 9 with the AWP. On the CT side, he'll be rocking around with some of the Julies. He just likes having the ammo, this guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, when the AWP isn't going to serve its purpose, you can rock it with those dual Berettas. Just needs to spam. And he did so nicely. So that's a responsive 3 in kind to Cloud9.
And solid 3 as well. So let's see now. With the Cloud9 buys coming back out, no Shiro AWP this time round. If it's going to be more of the same in terms of this limp across the map, the default spread, maybe we can start going through some of the elements here because they are giving us an awful lot of the round before the engagements come through. And maybe that'll have to wait because Shiro's actually starting over towards A here with Axel and Buster. Hubbard to go through the underpass, Nafany top middle, and Buzz on your screens up close and personal towards the ramp. He has the support of Blame, who's actually tucked into the back of the site. Now, this is a fake.
Wow.
They want to draw the mid player.
Oh, okay. That's a nice spray from Buzz. Tracks and starts to spray upon the shadow.
Yeah, that's a nice way to manifest a kill, isn't it?
Really cool.
But the whole point of this is to draw eyes off of middle so Hobbit and Nafany can take space, but you're not meant to lose Axel in the process.
Well, he thought he was being smart about it. He's jumping down, trying to bait from different angles, but Buzz was in such a forward position and he had such a masterful control on that spray from the AK. Really cool. And a really dreamy advantage. Oh, Device again onto Hobbit. He's locking down mid repeatedly. And it's Glaive onto Nafany as well, so should be fine. Shiro, one back. He needs to do a lot more. Buster from the Palace position. Playing from a hotel.
Yeah, staying the night now.
Yeah, and Shiro, yeah, relatively helpless. He's got Blame behind him. Not the one to pull out the knife in the 7th round, but they get the round all the same.
Yeah, that came way too easy. And it all comes down to that Buzz opening kill. The fact that he has so much info that it's not the A play. The kill is great. He kills one guy. Hey, lads, nothing else coming. It's all good. Coast is clear. The support was there. The rotations came in. And yeah, Axel, I'd be feeling that way too. That's a sucky death, isn't it? You just drop down, you're removed, you don't get any impact in the round. Device gets to mop you up. Nafany tries to take the space. Glaive gets the kill, and well, there's Device again. Everywhere you turn, this man's on the screen. It will just be another Cloud9 light investment here. And they be going A one more time. So smokes maybe for the up-down. Flash and a molly. Oh, no flash. And a couple of mollies.
Buzz has been doing a great job so far on this A anchor. Let's see if he can hold it up against a bit of a pace change from Cloud9.
There is no flash. Why did it disappear off the HUD? It must have been on the ground.
Not yet used. That's turned nicely by Blame, and he's got his crosshair ready for Axel. Again, the jump bests him. As soon as he touches it, he's dead.
There's nothing behind this.
It's got not much. It hasn't got much punch. Hasn't got much bite. Oh, I say that. Hobbit's going to give us something. Just takes the fight cleanly onto Blame. Buzz, however, has got this whole site on lock, and he knows where Hobbit is too. Has the audacity to go wide and go looking, so should just be Altex. Yeah, good for that delivering, and still holding on to these 2 AKs. We saw them pick up, what was it, like...
Forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a never-ending story right here of these AKs.
Ago, I reckon.
But that was one of the things in the early stages with Astralis. Rounds where they could have had opportunities to give it a crack, they were more than happy to do damage and hold on to guns. So they're playing the long game here. And those financial ramifications were felt almost immediately after they had put a round on the board. And now it has been 5 straight without a plant. That is a problem for Cloud9. They need to rectify that. And in a lot of these rounds, 1 kill has been the best they have to boast.
Device is maybe going to hear Nafany charging during all of this chaos. The molly will cage him. Shiro caught Buzz. Now, he actually went for an aggressive palace maneuver, so you're going to see an Astralis reaction to that.
Might get a timing on
Axel loves this little ledge here. Hasn't chosen to elevate. Altex, how's your clear? Ooh, ready for it. Adjust, very snappy.
But this is the thing, when players have certain ways of approaching where YouTube videos are getting made about them, how they default in certain parts of the map, this is how you want to use the information. You don't want it to be your only thought. You still need to play the game, because things will happen within the round that you can't account for. But if you have an idea that, hey, Axel in a game likes to sit in this position on a default round, you're something where you're going to be a little bit more perked up to clear.
Yeah.
And that's a great one for Altex to draw back.
I actually learned all about Axel's B-side defaults from Jame.
Oh, the Jame time.
Yeah, he gave us a full analysis. Would recommend that one to a friend. Nafany, he's, evaded the flame. Altex, though, holding on to this B-side. Yeah, could have, should have, perhaps would have, but not in this reality. Glaive, however, onto Hobbit for the finish. He's paid a heavy blood price. Should be dead momentarily. Buster confirms it. And Device staring at flames. This might be that bomb plant and round you were talking about.
Yeah, finally. Being able to break that little spree here. Device is backing off Blame. Cannot commit at all to anything here, especially going through the underpass. He has Nafany directly above him right now, and there it is. Cloud9 will break that streak.
Nice.
And it all started with that Shiro opener for the Buzz Palace push. That gave them the number advantage, as we were just talking about. Altex with that good job to draw it back, but fluffed his lines on the second as Blame playing for exits, and Device might get one here too if they aren't careful when they round the corner. Orb trained, nothing found. And a one-round gap as Cloud9 do finally respond. Now, more than enough money, especially with 5 straight and hardly anybody dying for the Danes to get back into another buy. So no dramas there. Here's that opening. Bang! And the dirt is gone. Buzz off fly.
Good finish from Buster there, making sure it didn't spiral into a round loss.
Buzz has another good spawn. He has the best ace spawn. I don't think he'll try the Palace play again. And oh, no, he is. He is trying the Palace play again. Why not?
This time it's Buster that has to deal with him. And he's successful this time. I love the fact he's gone straight back for it.
Yeah, I was just checking who had that best spawn, and it was Buzz. Again, I didn't think there was any way he'd go for it. And Glaive escorted him this time. Said, hey, it's all right, mate. When the training was on, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
And if you die, I'll trade you.
It's not bad, man. I mean, especially considering we just saw how much that Palace opener from Shiro translated into a round win. What happened? We get to see what happens when it goes the other way.
Precisely. And now look at Cloud9 expecting aggression across the rest of the map here. So 2 players out top mid. Axel behind tap, Hobbit mid boxes. Shiro punched down in T-spawn, and Nafany watching for any B pushes. So we're already at the minute and 10-second mark, so they've got to work on some ground.
Yeah, and Shiro has to, join the party at some point. So that Palace push has kept them busy. They're hesitant. They're already panicking about the potential for Astralis, knowing that nothing is coming Ram, nothing's coming Palace. Altex, he is investigating. Is he going to walk this? There's flash and action on B. Altex dead as well to Nafany.
Device is in trouble.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Bails himself out with a nice one.
Nate's good.
Good. Nafany catches. Device dunks.
Thinking one step ahead.
And he's got more on his plate. Hobbit's second guessing this. Bad flash, better frag. Device 3. And it's Astralis' round, baby.
Yeah, he should be having a laugh about that, because as soon as Altex dies in the B apps, he is in so much trouble. Think about the access he has to deal with now. He's getting pushed up short, flashed off the line. He's already scrambling. How does he get away with that? Oh, nice one there from Device. I said that an awful lot. It's going to force the timeout for Cloud9 here, and this is that Buzz push. The smooth moves up in towards Palace. Nice one here for Naf, and he gets it back, and that actually forces them into this B split. Yeah.
Bang, bang.
I guess he trusted what Altex said. He's low.
He's probably pushing, and especially because there's all that action short. Like 2 have been called short. He's just killed the bomb carrier. He's got a good idea that Nafany's desperately trying to kind of take that Device threat out of the equation. So just plays it so well. Look how
such a contrast, isn't it?
The juxtaposition between these 2 reactions.
Cloud9 are in the bin right now. And Groove's taking notes.
They pushed Palace back-to-back rounds. Probably what he's written down there.
I don't think Buzz will be doing that one again.
No, mission accomplished in that respect. In fact, now Buzz is on his island again. They're sending 3 out mid, jumping out the window, charging and fighting. Nafany's going to be blind as a bat, executed now.
I'm just watching Buzz here with what the rest of the team are doing, how he should position himself, and he's doing a great job.
And now that Molly enables him to get info on this.
And he's waiting. Now Glaive's here to help him fight. It's good. It's looking good for Astralis. I'm just liking the details of how they're approaching the game. I think just the late lurks of Ancient made so many kooky rounds.
Yeah.
Just so many rounds where it's like, this shouldn't even be possible. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Mr. SEO. In the last Mirage meeting, Astralis won a total of 7 rounds. So we're almost there.
Well,
we are almost there.
That speaks volumes of the improvements they've been making. You know, they've been in the lab, cooking up some new game. Blame gets himself a second on that spray.
I think one of the things which doesn't fill me with much excitement about Cloud9, sure they're going to be able to grind you down for a decent haul of rounds, and they can still get an awful lot in this half. It's just how one by one it feels in a lot of rounds.
Yeah. No, I see that.
And it is very, very Cloud9, very Virtus Pro. But Virtus Pro feel like they have more variation. They feel like they have a few more like gear shifts and executes, whereas this for Cloud9 is just default in a lot of these scenarios.
It often doesn't feel like we get to see all too often these mid-round out of Cloud9.
No, with the round it feels over after they give up their opening exchanges, or they've won it after they've won those frags.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely not the same type of Counter-Strike we had yesterday when we had the Heroic matchup, right? The Heroic Mouse game, that 2-0, where it was just Counter-Strike all over the shop. That was some fun CS. This here, it's fun in a different way, right? We've had some crazy rounds. Remember that Blame Ace? So we've definitely had some moments here, and there's been highlights. It just, when it goes poorly, there's not a lot to get excited about. The round is done. It'd be nice if they could have like a concede button. Is everyone happy to hold on to their guns and go over to the next?
Yeah.
We can skip these next 55. Look
at that.
That's a big boot.
The big foot sticking out. Altek's dead. Look at the angle from Buzz. He gets away from Buster for the response as well, so kept it level. Forces away by the molly. Device could be caught out here.
He's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, Axel hasn't braved the smoke though. Instead, Device will activate forward, bringing the fight towards the double Palace hold. Blame responsible to check out middle.
This is a really powerful angle for... Oh, he's just transitioned away here. I was saying Device to watch connector. He's actually head back towards Ticket, so you can see how worried they are about the Palace waterfall and the A-ramp push. Glave's taken B control now, so he's screaming, hey, they can either come up short and go towards B. That way, Blame's going to try and fill that gap, or they're coming A.
Okay, so this is the setup they've opted for. It's Device working on Palace, and he can hold that from this Ticket position if he does release his crouch key. And Buzz underneath them. Oh, Device, he chose to mantle up. Great catch from Buster.
I know Buzz is here.
They know he's hiding. Yeah, beneath the boards. He got dinked through the floor, trying to find something. He's surely a dead man. Molly seals his fate. He's just going to spray and hope that someone was in the strafe, but no, Blame and Glaive.
Glaive fast on the flank.
Yeah, that
very
flank is
fast.
Slightly intriguing.
Are they planning open?
They
if they plan open, Glaive can deny this. 28 seconds.
It's going to cause
Glaive,
a lot of chaos. It's going to cause a lot of chaos. Oh, a second too late on that one. And Blame not in a prime position. He's going to have to get a wiggle on. Hobbit should have him here. Should have had him there. Nade might be great. Oh, on the swing, Hobbit holds it nice on the reposition as well. Glaive, he has a kit, sure, but yeah, I can't get past Axel. So Cloud9, they will find themselves a 5th. And it's been quite the run from Astralis over the course of these recent rounds.
Yeah, and that's reflected in the cash lags. They all have 10K before the buys start coming in now, right? So they're pretty safe for the end of the half here. It is going to be some decent purchases of them for this round, the next round as well, and then if they've lost those consecutively, then they're going to be out of cash, and that's where they might have a real problem, because Cloud9 can win the half. There's that nade we were talking about, and not ready for this at all. It's kind of curious that they get caught off guard, maybe just not expecting the pace out of Axel, and that's where the opposite of the tendencies can work against you. Hey guys, he throws this nade, but normally he plays behind it late, you don't have to worry about the quick scaling, and there you go, dead. Oh, crikey, you know, he didn't make the right call.
We can't translate. We can't hear what he's saying. But I mean, what if?
Mirage, divide.
Yeah, but if you were thinking about it, it's possible that he's just drawing their attention to that fact. Hey guys, you subverted the expectation there. You were not doing your usual default. Axel, you took up pace, and Astralis, they didn't even smoke it because they were so convinced you weren't going to be doing anything like that. Erecting that boost, that's like a 90% of the time you're just throwing the underpass smoke, a little underhand jobby.
Yeah, precisely.
But yeah, they were kind of just resting on their laurels, feeling like, well, we can get away with both. We can have the boost and we can have an extra smoke.
And we all know you can't have your cake and eat it.
Some people do, though. Bakers, primarily.
Maybe that's the extra step. If you make the cake, then you can have it.
Then you can have it.
And then you can eat it.
Yeah.
But if you just bought it...
Well, absolutely not. You can't have it and eat it.
You've got to share it. Unless you're eating cake on your own. And if you're eating a whole cake on your own, why not?
Yeah.
Show us your cake. Use the hashtag IEM.
Or is the cake a lie? Now you're thinking with portals. Well, they're flashing Nafany up mid. Blame will be hearing this, and Glaive will be trying to respond with some assistive util.
Glaive can, I was going to say re-smoke connector here for Blame, but looks like he's just going to block short, which...
Oh, flash off. Yeah, Blame's dead. Good catch from Shiro. So that's a nice opening for Cloud9. Can they close this gap to just a one-round game? Glaive locked in forward. I don't know if Nafany's going to be anticipating this. He's right under the lip of the short side. 3 walking in. Glaive, a forward position. He's expecting more. He's ready for it. Nafany will swing through. Damage inflicted, but a nice win from Nafany.
Altex pressure on.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of info. Fires off a couple of warning shots. Axel gunning for him. Shiro misses his shot, and Nafany spotted. Look at Altex go. More from Altex, but Axel, he's locked it in.
At the time, the bomb, they're going to
If
get
he
across.
just hits this,
He's going to run
has
away.
to survive. He's taken down Axel. Call that a 1v3 from Device. Oh, and that's going to leave a mark on the Cloud9 mental. That hurts.
But this is the thing. We had a whole period in that round where we didn't talk for about 20 seconds. And those are 20 seconds that are just on off the clock because Cloud9 are just chilling out, waiting for aggression, setting up their default, waiting for utility to fade. And those 20 seconds could have been very useful here. So Shiro gets Blame looking for mid-info, sure. Glaive does a good job. So this is at 26 seconds. Doesn't even feel like it's that late in the round, but it is. So now they got to hightail it in towards that site. And Device, big clutch. You don't even know if they're going to win the... Yeah. Shiro, he's had enough, I think. I think he's had more than enough as old Shiro.
Feels like it. Looks like it anyway.
That's a miss window smoke.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Tailspin time. A downward spiral of misery. As this looks like it could very well be a 9th for this Astralis defense. On Cloud9's pick, I will reiterate, Ancient, a dominating Astralis win. And here on Mirage, these last 2 rounds certainly would sweeten the deal.
Wow, it's going to be, if this continues, Astralis in the playoffs. An
Yeah.
IEM event.
Wow.
Again, what year is it? We're great to see them back here performing. This is a storied organization
Oh,
within
it's exciting
Counter-Strike.
as well, you know, especially considering they've made some big changes. And, ooh, Device, he will not go down. And Hobbit will, jumping through, Buzz caught off a little, forced to reposition. The bomb's still in T-spawn, so this posturing, if they can find a frag that's going to be promising, Axile is the one to put his name in the feed. It's Glaive down short, and Nafany can try and take that gap. Altex is already rotating. Nafany's going to call it clear, but the bomb's going A. Is this going to be a flank then from Nafany? The bomb's going A. 2 here on the A side. blameF going to be baited in by Buzz.
There's time to call this back if they go now. Like now.
Oh, yeah.
Not like second guess now, like immediately now.
They're worried about...
Oh, they're going back A.
Oh, God, they're second guessing it. Okay, well, they're running into the stack now. Axel might have to be the hero somehow. Altex responsible. Spam through. Good frags. Hobbit and Axel connect. But Blame might be overlooked here. And there's Buster with a great clear. Good headshots. The multi-kills from Axel and Buster.
That's a stressful 30 seconds.
Wow, yeah,
Like, where are we going? Are we falling back? Are we going? And then it's like, well, now we're aim mapping. Now we know we're about to go into the lion's den. We're going to have to fight bears with massive claws. They got sharks on their backs. There's lasers. It's all going on. And they've got to stroll in and take all of these jewels. So some really good shooting because these were all mandatory frags. Check out the time again here, and they've had to take on essentially an entire team on this site. So good so far have come with the pistol with the conversions. Another gun round into halftime would be and bloody tabulous as we do take a bit of a timeout here. It is a little bit of a tech pause, and I've been informed one player has decided mid-game they want to change resolution. And I'm sure we've all had a teammate like that before. Should we name and shame?
I was about to.
Do it.
Shiro.
Shiro's changing res.
And after all the reactions we've just been seeing as well, just wants to, maybe he's going back to 4x3? Maybe he's going back to
playing with the
16x9?
monitor by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Looks like the buttons were getting pressed.
Okay. Wasn't happy with something.
He could have just played one more round and done it in half-time.
Didn't he have a great first map as well?
He did.
Yeah, the 22 or something.
And we just saw in the break before him playing Deathmatch.
We did. That
With
was
an
cool.
AWP.
Yeah,
AWP abuser.
we did. Yeah, there you go. We saw his res from Deathmatch. Anyway.
Bloody AWP abusers.
Yeah, running around DM with an AWP. Okay, I don't know if he's just changing his res now, and Maybe he just needed an additional assistance. But getting it all sorted out, getting those kinks out of the system, and we'll all be ready for that final round of this map. He's back in the server, folks. 15th round of our second map in this final series of our second day of IEM Dallas.
All right, well, just having a quick look at some of our fun little nuggets of statistics here.
Okay.
The device one, and I know we would have been covering off on the desk segments, on the social medias, but device returning to the main stage. His first IEM event on LAN since IEM Katowice 2020, and his first IEM event on LAN with a crowd since IEM Beijing in 2019, and that's where they beat 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
It was Beijing Haidan.
A while ago.
Yeah.
So let's find out. Watch Shiro just get all 5 now on this T-side AWP. Axel. Oh, that's a naughty one from Device, and he's not done. Pure punishment handed to Cloud9 by Device 2 early from that AWP. Look at this one again. Bruh, that's a 360. A 360 flash quick scope into Axel. He is trick shotting in this final round of the half.
Well, Cloud9 need a bit of that himself. Hobbit, he's out, he's forward, he's looking for a fight. 5 kills, needs to make it 6. Device is now in T-spawn in a minute and 20. He's doing his best Cadian impression.
Oh god, he might find more, Chad. Buzz might beat him to the punch. Buster in transition, dead. Shiro unable to go wide for that yet. Fired off the shot, and it's Buzz's turn for the multi-kill. Shiro, though, still on for that potential ace clutch. Device doesn't think so. And that's another 9-6. What a way to finish the half. Device is here, 16-4. We have a superstar in the server. He's back in business in a big way.
They thought I was insane. They was sleeping on me. I was meeting Ben Frank. I've been tying up my hands, booking flights, setting trends. I was meeting Ben Frank. I've been tying up my hands, booking flights, setting trends. Catch me in a 2-seater, Grim Reaper, all cash, no visa. Stacking fast, I've started, I had a bill printer, but I cut them out the grass with my weed trimmer. These haters ain't competition, they see me do renditions, no question. Most misled in wrong directions. I own the prize, don't try to hide the fake chain in that watch that tick with no bust down frame. Went and beat the odds, they thought I was insane. They was sleeping on me. Went and beat the odds, they thought I was insane. They was sleeping on me. I was meeting Ben Frank. I've been tying up my hands, booking flights, setting trends. I was meeting Ben Frank. I've been tying up my hands, booking flights, setting trends. Why they keep trying to go test me? Know that I'm deadly. Filled up with envy, broke down the pennies. That's when it gets tempting. Get $1 and a dream look. Product and a double that in a bag with a lack and a P of the tree and then take them back.
Attention all gamers and esports enthusiasts. Are you ready for the ultimate esports experience? Hi, Stunna here for DreamHack Dallas, the event where you can immerse yourself in the world of gaming and esports like never before. Let's dive in. Cannonball! But wait, there's more. This is not just any ordinary gaming convention. This is DreamHack Dallas, the event where you can visit dozens of great gaming booths, watch exciting esports tournaments, enjoy compelling cosplayers, and even play with yourself in the breathtaking BYOC area. And if that's not enough to convince you, any DreamHack Dallas ticket grants you access to IEM Dallas too. Come on in. That's right, Counter-Strike is in our DNA, so we're bringing it to the big D in NA. Ha! Don't believe me? Just listen to the players.
I came to Dallas Floppy and I left rock hard.
Everything's bigger in Texas, so come on down to the Big D.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to be a part of one of the greatest gaming and esports events in American history. Buy your tickets today. Visit esl.gg/Dallas on your internet computer right now.
Oh, Trace is a treasure. He is a treasure.
Isn't he?
We are so lucky to have him. And yeah, get your tickets now. Trace has demanded you to. Cloud9 might be getting a ticket to the lower bracket.
Yeah, which, you know, might not be the end of the world. However, there's some big names in Group B. We got a bit of FaZe Clan down there, a bit of Liquado. They're doing their best
And
to
let's
try
not forget Complexity.
yeah, let's not forget Complexity.
Thank you. Mr. Lakers watching.
All right, well, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up. It's pistol round time. Astralis looking to execute towards the B bomb site, and nobody is home. Axel close short, but nobody back at the site to deliver. He's going to have to hit some bangers.
Sorry, I just watched the Trace's commercial again. It's magnificent. Axel, what do you got for us? He's got, well, an entire Astralis team on his bomb site.
They're pushing market.
Yeah, this is a bit more aggressive than typical. Oh, going for a smoke. He could have been punished, but it isn't. Axel now trapped, and can he play around it at least? Oh, poor Shiro. He just lost his head on the push through the smoke, and it's Buzz that racks up too. Oh, God. This is a disaster for Cloud9. It's already a perfect pistol from Astralis. They've even got a spare smoke now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that went horribly wrong. They had the smoke kick combo. Castle can't believe it. He's having a great day at the office here. Things are going fantastically well as, well, Astralis are going to grab the T-side pistol. We'll be splitting pistols here on map number 2. And this series, again, for the context, it is going to set up a match between the likes of Astralis, if they win, against Ents, who took down FaZe earlier today. And in that matchup, it will determine the placing of these teams into our playoff bracket. So regardless of semi or quarter, the winner of this one will be making their way through, joining the likes of G2, Heroic, Ents, and Blank. Either of these guys are Blank.
Right, I'm with you.
And soon we will fill their name into the Blank column. So
pending.
it's going to be exciting.
And they're not going to break the vent. Thank you, Obs team. Reason being, they'll have a nice sound cue should they leave it unoccupied.
Yeah, MC with those cams there. He goes vent first, and then he goes window smoke. Nice little combo.
Nice combo.
I do like it.
Axel, that 5-7. And smoke, not so potent. Oh, Buster's Deagle, though.
That's the bomb
that
on the
was
cat.
The bomb carrier, and yeah, Glaive's going to try and chase this. Swings through. Buster's Deagle, deadly. Still got 5 in the clip. Tucked in, and off the flash from Shiro. He gets another in the grave. Shiro's scout going to be overrun. You can see he's looking hesitant now. Let's see how far that new res gets him. In the meantime, they're walking into Hobbit's domain, ramp side. Over towards A. Altex and Shiro just dancing around this bomb site together, and not going to hit his first shot. Neither of them will. A bit of a, mess of that one. Altex, he's taken a nice headshot in, keeps that advantage flowing, but Nafany's holding this cross, and Buzz, he's got his back to it. Nafany not actively holding, I guess. Corner of that smoke enough for safe passage, and looks like they're going to get an uncontested plant. Blame to provide the support.
Well, Altex might want to start to meander on over at some point. Or I guess they'd say mosey in these parts, but he needs to join the pack because Nafany and Hobbit are very close to this and undetected with smokes.
Wow.
Can get a little bit dicey.
It's getting awkward already, yeah. They heard one CT. Nafany has the smoke. They both do. Smoke onto that bomb. Nafany ready to swing at the best opportunity, but Buzz was ready for that. Gets himself his second, and yeah, Hobbit with only an armored CZ leaving with just his life and his sidearm. Boom, 11 found.
Oh, he might get away with the sidearm.
Maybe he doesn't.
Blame really wants this.
Chasing, finds it.
Yeah.
Takes it all away from Cloud9.
Came in with the USP. All right, well, Hobbit's headsets,
I think
they're off.
Frustrations and perhaps.
That, you think?
Never,
from Uncle Hobnob?
There's no way. I mean, like, in terms of the history of watching this man play Counter-Strike, I don't think I've ever seen him.
I've seen dismay.
Yeah, I've seen dismay. I haven't seen, like, visible frustration.
No.
Or maybe,
Hobbit with anger.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe he just took it off for a readjustment.
All
Just doesn't strike me as it's in his character.
No, it's not a Hobbit move.
Yeah.
Where are his glasses, though? I do like his new spectacles.
Yeah, I thought he had gaming frames. Maybe they're just for the interim.
They're all just looks. All right, well, this should be quite an easy round here for Astralis. Oh, we've got the Hobbit cam. As you can see, no spectacles.
Yeah.
But this is great. You know, can I pick a player and we can have a cam?
Okay, who do you fancy?
I would like a glaive cam.
Okay, well, looks like Blame is going to be the one to catch any jiggle, like any touch of the keyboard from Hobbit. Look at that. He knew what was up. Hobbit certainly didn't.
Here's the glaive. Watch this. Watch how much the in-game leaders talk, guys. There's no G up. This is no joke. You see how much glaive will not stop talking for almost the entire round. I said it and he stopped.
Yeah, well, the rest of them are fragging and talking. A storm.
Come on, glaive, talk some more.
You don't need to go B, lads. Blame's already gone A. But Buzz wants to finish it nice.
There we go, there's the talking again.
And that's another one.
Can we do this on ecos all the time? It'd be really cool.
I agree.
You know, have a couple more elements. We can talk about different things.
Yeah, the eco cam.
Yeah, different visuals.
Yeah, okay.
Max says sure.
Nice.
Production say yes. You remember how I was talking about my spotlight yesterday?
Yeah.
How these two teams were in the spotlight?
Yeah.
Well, right now, the spotlight is shining brighter on one than the other.
Most definitely.
Cloud9 are about to be pulled off. People are not loving this display here. It's now out window, looking to aggress in towards connector. Glaive's going to spot that on a awkward-looking jump. Oh, and device flashed off. Will reconsider that Molotov. Holding him at bay. Can't cross the mid-box just yet, but perfectly timed. Still can get in place before the window smoke subsides.
Yeah, and Blame will join him as well, or at least was considering it. Axel trying to catch a nade on them. It's going to be a little late. Or early, excuse me. Blame delaying that movement.
Cloud9 have essentially no idea what's happening in middle. They have no idea what's happening towards the B apartments. The best info they have is we're close A ramp and they're not shooting back. So some real issues here as far as information goes for Cloud9. There's your B stream if you want to go check that one out. OG taking on 9Z. But we might be finished first here. 4 players through middle. Device getting an opportunity to search with the AWP. 18 kills and counting. Only 5 deaths in Axel. Needs to be sharp as attack here.
Oh yeah, Blame gets away. Axel not so lucky. I say that with 2 HP he does. And Glaive straight to the head of Shiro. Just trying to actively contest as they pour into the site from connector. Hobbit in the under the balcony. Nafany pushing the smoke on jungle gets one. Buzz jumping with that Mac-10, using that mobility of the SMG. He takes Hobbit down. And so yeah, with Axel's low HP, it does really fall to Buster to get anything done. I think Glaive bounding across is something for Buster to get working on. Glaive. He looks like he's ready for this duel. He's happy to take it.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it does lead to his demise.
Yeah,
so
Buzz is low. That's wild. He's going for that fight.
Let's see what happens next. Buzz, oof, yeah, going to be forced out by the flame, so it puts it all onto Device. Can he close? Smoke really limits his options, and they heard that as well. Axel on defuse. 1 bullet would do it. Oh no, he doesn't know. Axel's still on the 10-second defuse. If he pushes through, he's got 4 bullets.
He's up
Axel
and down.
off the
There's
bomb.
no
He
time.
wins it. A clutch from Device again.
Another Device clutch. Add him to the tally.
That's another one. I mean, you know, we saw it from the market one where he just killed the bomb carrier.
Stayed alive.
Yeah, and it's this time it's like roles reversed, and with the P250 completely bops one, and then has the presence of mind to push the smoke for the finish.
Oh, no such thing as mission impossible with this guy. It's all way too easy.
Damn. I really thought they had let that one slip, and then Device starts hitting shots like this. Buster down, Axel hears him pushing, bang, off the bomb, GG. He had no HP. He's playing a great game, man. He looks like he's on his usual BS in the best way possible. 19-6 Device.
Yeah, Cloud9 are just pushing on it now.
Yeah, but he just seems to be, coming alive and an IEM tournament looking to get that playoff spot. There's a lot at stake for both teams here.
Well, for Astralis, this is huge. Returning to the big leagues. I know that is up for debate at the moment, considering how the major went and some of these names like the Apexes, the Monties, the Gamer Legions of the world, and the type of tournaments they're playing. Well, we spoke about it yesterday. Those are the realms where Astralis have found themselves in more often than not. And they've even won a couple of those CCT events in recent history. So they've been getting the reps in. It hasn't been that long of a time that Altex, the kid on your screen right now, has been a part of this roster, replacing that of Zipex. So This is a great showing, and I agree with what Matthew said during the previous death segment. He was just praising the way that Astralis are approaching the game. We have to do the same again right now. This has been just... Sure, the clutches have gone in their favor, but they've done an awful lot right.
Yeah, and look at the setup. Axel and Navani playing on top of one another on that balcony. And then Device, he's holding their peaks, and Buster strafes into the death and destruction of that Device AWP. Hiding in plain sight. Will they overlook Axel? Perhaps he's got a chance for a bit of... Oh, no, nothing. Buzz does check it. Happy with that one as well. You can see a little pop-off from Buzz as he knows that victory getting closer. Impending doom for Cloud9. Lower bracket awaits.
Yeah, and this series has just been so one-sided that it feels really difficult to build how much this means to Astralis,
Yes.
first of all, as an org, but glaive especially, and Device, since returning to this fabled team. Right, this is something that is very difficult to contextualize here, but the last couple of years for glaive especially have been very, very rough. The team has essentially been disintegrating around him. It's been difficult to keep up with the meta. They haven't been competitive. They dropped off from the upper echelons of CS. They've become a bit of a laughing stock at points, and there was a lot of negativity driven towards them for some of the decisions for the staff, right, and all of that. But now, this is the stance I've taken with Astralis. The only option you can do with the choices you've made is win. The only thing that matters in a competition at the end of the day is winning. And here, locking themselves in for the playoffs is doing exactly that. They've come to the LAN, they've taken down Liquid and Cloud9, teams who we've seen in the circuit over the last years, performing well. And Astralis are about to 2-0, 16-8, potentially a 16-6 on the cards for Cloud9. They have to take just a light investment yet again. So this victory for the Danes, it feels like a certainty now.
Yeah, it's going to be feeling extra special in like back-to-back best-of-3 victories against them.
Oh, that's right as well. They beat them in the quali.
From the quali.
Yeah.
Admittedly, there was a Brazy Pie head-to-head that didn't go their way.
Well, Cloud9 are all about that online cash
Yeah,
money.
well, here with bums in seats in Dallas, it's the same as the qualifier. Astralis beating Cloud9 to get here, and now beating Cloud9 to get to the playoffs. It's going to be certainly feeling very, very good. As, yeah, changing of the guard, perhaps, bringing back some of those old soldiers that we know and love.
And then they get a best-of-3 against Ents, who are looking hot. They just dismantled FaZe today without too many dramas whatsoever.
Could be a really cool litmus test to see just how perfect, how much of a shining spotlight they have on them right now.
Yeah, precisely, because we were keeping tabs on Cloud9 coming into this event, saying, hey, they have an awful lot to play for here, right? They do, because they weren't at the major. These events have to mean a lot to this team, right? You're a competitor. You're here to win. You're not here to mess about. And the same situation for Astralis. And right now, they are looking like the hungrier team, the more well-drilled team. I've loved the Counter-Strike we've seen today.
How often has Device been able to post up on this angle as well? They've caged Cloud9. Very limited resources now, just a conservative Deagle Kev. And out comes Buzz, tapping heads, both connect. Buzz, Altex, Glaive, a full roster read as they walk into Mirage's ace site and take themselves a 15th. Cloud9, I mean, yeah, this is going to be an interesting and testing couple of days for them if they want to get through that lower bracket, if they want to see the crowd that perhaps is expecting to see them after the way in which they performed last time they were in Dallas.
Yeah, and that's the thing you heard from Hobbit saying he's already, feeling the good mood of being back here. Well, this is going to sour it somewhat. Yeah. You've already discussed that lower bracket a little bit here. They will be dropping down to face complexity in their next matchup. I am making some assumptions here, but with a 15-6 to scoreline, I think that I'm okay in doing so. And then if they do win that, they have to take on the winner of FaZe versus Liquid. And the FaZe game, we all know there's a bit of history there between the two teams, so that could be an extremely fun matchup. So yeah, still a lot of Counter-Strike to be played here for IEM Dallas 2023, but this is phenomenal stuff. You can only praise Astralis here today. And again, it hasn't just been the Device show. Buzz is having a great map too, 20 kills for him. Altex, we had him yesterday on Overpass. He had a really great game, especially as that B anchor on the CT side and the B lurk. We've got Glaive, he's calling, he's getting fired up again. It's really good to see him as an individual feeling his form, because this is the thing. With CSGO coming to the close, people are going to talk about the greatest in-game leaders of that iteration of the game. And Glaive's a player that has won 4 majors.
Yeah.
So, if he can at least, put something positive his way, as the game comes to its, just a transition. I'm not ringing those bells the same way everyone else is, but it's definitely going to be a conversation. Dice only died 6 times.
Yeah, it's quite the KD. Just
Very
walking around. Oh, hello. Elbow. Axel, he's not laughing as the bullet hits his funny bone. It was a horrible way to go down. They've thought they'd gamed the system, but Device is just too diligent. Nafany, however, has reaggressed, or rather, gone aggressive on that ramp side. Now they're coming up con, they've got blame ready jungle, and Device hitting shots. They'd love a HE towards the default box, and it's Device onto Nafany. He's coming for you. Be scared, be aware. Hobbit not gonna take that for the lost round it could have been. He takes out Device, and well, now we've got an interesting mid-round. Let's see how the CTs handle it. You got Glaive and Blame, and counting on Altex to try and make it look like they're trying to finish on A. Shiro and Buster not biting. Hobbit's going to be essentially playing for that A site, keeping it safe.
Oh, they're hearing this.
Nice catch, baited by the steps. Shiro holds on. Bomb can be retrieved, there is time. What's Blame's play here?
He'd have to run it. If he legs it here, he can try and make his way up underpass, but Altex needs to help him out. Blame has a smoke, so if he wanted, he can pip one off the little ledge above him to cover off shore. Flash apparently enough.
Oh, he wanted to try and bring the fire, but Shiro's good for it. Now Buster can piece this together. Great snap out of Blame. 14 seconds.
He can't win this round.
Could he go? Hobbit should have him regardless.
He can try, but
like, he'd have to plan in a smoke.
He seems aware that Hobbit could be up towards Palace, sure, but has to commit to this. And well, that's the round.
Yeah, he was a couple of seconds shy on that one. So there's a 7th for Cloud9. It has to be quite a perfect, right? It has to be perfect from here.
But you see what Blame just did there? Like, normally in that scenario, I'd be like, well, why didn't he just go for the plant? But by taking away Hobbit's rifle, this next buy round is going to be Famous heavy. Because they won the round, but we all know the win bonus is basically nothing. Shiro's AWP is the best thing they got to hold on to in that round. And they win it. So you kind of go into this next with the back against the wall, 15-7 scoreline. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Hobbit. Okay, actually, I'll tell a lie. They've been able to get out a couple more M4s. It's just one Famous, but no util.
Yeah, or kids. If they get into the site like this, Buzz is already in. The whole squad is. Shiro and Nafany Sarah smokes. He peeks around it nicely, and it's Hobbit and Shiro to put Cloud9 in prime position for their 8th round. Glaive looking the wrong way as Hobbit. He will build a second out of that. Finally goes down to the nade, but the damage is done. It's Shiro looking for trouble, looking for his 3rd. Maybe Blame can make it costly. That will be his primary intention here. Good idea from Cloud9 as to where he resides. And Shiro's having none of it. Great work from Shiro in that one. Him and Hobbit getting the job done between the two of them.
Most convincing round for Cloud9 in this second half. That is something I can say as a certainty there. And finally, we'll force Astralis into a tactical timeout, their first. This is just how easy this map has been for them so far. Things have been going swimmingly. And they do have enough for another purchase, so it's just talking about the finish. And I didn't mind the idea of just coming out Palace. They were able to get the room. They just weren't able to do anything with it. But now it has at least put Cloud9 in a position where their buy is an awful lot stronger. 3 AKs, Shiro, AWP available here. They have kits now. They have much more utility. So if they were ever going to bring this all the way back, it can start now. You win this round, Astralis are going to be down to a partial buy, and this is where the story begins. Maybe, just maybe, Cloud9 have some more Counter-Strike here for us this evening.
Yeah, well, the reason they chose Mirage, not only is it comfortable for them, but they know it's quite low on Astralis' comfort levels. You know, we saw that fact you dropped from SEO, like, what, 7 rounds is all they managed to get last time they played it? But yeah, 1 is all they need here on the attack, and Chad has laid it out for us. A big one for Astralis, otherwise the gap will close. And it's Axile first to fall. Goes looking in middle. Again, meets Device's AWP. That's 24 and 8 from the Great.
And they want to fight mid. Window's just been smoked here. Nafany's about to be mollied. We'll have to respect this.
Oh, he's got it all lined up. Looking for Shiro. Flash through, forces a shot out of him, and Nafany re-aggresses off of that. Perfect play from Cloud9. They have managed to remove and relinquish Device of his life.
But they essentially used 3 players to deal with him right there, so there is space taken towards A. Look at Altex. He's made it all the way to Tetris.
Promising. Yeah, and Shiro, how much does he clear this? Ooh, yeah, fired off a shot, so they know where the AWP is now. You got 55 seconds here, Astralis. Blame late through mid. Shiro considering a reposition. Nafany, loud about that. Blame licking his lips. Can't believe he's been given a gift. And now more frags from Astralis.
Pack it up.
Pack it in. Upper bracket and playoffs for Astralis. 1 frag away. Buster down. And Astralis will see the crowd. That's going to feel good. A period of absence but reunited and some new names, a perfect mix and a potent blend. Dallas 23. Astralis will see the crowd.
Yeah, and you just have the core of this team. Well, I guess the legendary players. We've got your Device, you've got your Glaive. It means a lot.